You've got that James Dean daydream. Well, I better not say any more lyrics so I don't get flagged. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fervent 4. Did you know that only 4% of businesses ever cross the annual $1 million revenue mark? Hello, I'm Zack Miller, author of Anomaly. With me today, I have my co-host, Tim Ryan, lead man at StartWheel.org. Thank you so much for joining us. The Fervent 4 is a weekly show every Thursday at 11 a.m. dedicated to sharing insights into growing a world-class business no matter the climate. Music is powerful. I would reckon we all want to listen to as much music as humanly possible. When we love a musician enough, we see them in concert. It's beautiful. There's just going to a concert is a wonderful thing. But can we use data and analysis to know what hit tunes will be mega stars, mega tunes? Dave Rosen heads up Secret Chord Laboratories. He's going to tell us all about that. But first, what is the musician who I was quoting from a song at the beginning of this show?
Yeah, I think if we look back, this is episode 69, Zach, I believe. And I think that it's probably the most popular artist in which you quote.
And we know Dave is like, I have no idea who it is. And I think it's great.
Zach loves his Tay-Tay.
Yeah. Nothing like a Taylor Swift to start. I figured, might as well use lyrics.
Scott would have known. My co-founder, Scott Miles, would have known that lyric.
Well, okay, random funny story. I probably shouldn't tell this, but I will. My sister was driving a car into my mom's garage and was blasting that so loud and jamming to it that she accidentally hit some of her like shelving units because she was jamming so hard to that song like 5 years ago. And it's just like, you just get into the music. Tay-Tay can do that to you occasionally, I guess. Dave, whatever you want to call it.
Dave is cool, yeah.
An E or an ID, whatever. Welcome to the show. How's it going, buddy?
It's going very well. Thanks for having me, Zach.
Yeah, good to see you, Dave.
Hi, Tim. Always good to see you.
How important is the mess behind you? That is your bookshelves, book CDs, the wall of Dave. How important is that in telling the story of you?
Well, I could probably just talk about the stuff that's behind me on the shelves the entire podcast. Oh, great. We're zooming in here. Okay, so I guess this all really started. The impetus is because I've been a musician for, I've been playing piano since I was 8 years old. Hence my MIDI controller, that side, which I write most of my songs on. Usually I have a bass to my left. That's in its case right now. It's actually behind me. This is my Strandberg bass. I've been gigging like a progressive rock bassist for the past 15 or 20 years. And that leads me to, this is a comic book and graphic novel that my band Chronicles of Sound made. Basically, the idea was to combine comic books and sci-fi storytelling with music. So we have an album and a couple EPs that are out. So that's what this is. I have an improvisational band that I was in for a while, purely improvisation. This is called the Space Cats. So I used to wear this mask during our sets when we would play.
Wow.
This is a little yoga guy. So I do hot yoga, Bikram yoga. If I don't, I go a little crazy. It keeps me in balance with my, mind and body. I'm not going to go into any more. It's Phish tour right now.
I was going to say, so you're a Phish head, I see.
Improvisational music is at the core. My research before I met Scott Miles, the stuff I've done for my doctoral work, was about looking at the brains of improvising pianists and guitarists in jazz music and seeing what was happening in terms of their brain activity and patterns of their neural correlates associated with highly creative or kind of better performances compared to worse performances. So Phish was really my first love. Phish and the Grateful Dead actually into live rock or modal improvisation. I was always really big into rock, and so now Phish was always active. I have a group of buddies. We go to all the Phish shows. They're on tour right now. So I'm seeing a bunch of shows this summer. And excited to be back after about 2 years, during COVID not being.
Their favorite place to play allegedly is the spaceship, which is the Hampton Coliseum.
The mothership. I've been there. I've been there many times for Phish shows.
Why do they call it? Why? Because I mean, there's other stadiums that kind of look like that. The Madison, Wisconsin.
I think it's I think that's the acoustics within the space they say are perfect for what they do.
It's like space. It's like the thing lights up. I know it looks like a saucer that's about to take off. And so I guess the idea is that, during like peak moments of the show, it feels like everyone's like lifted and in this like, container that's just like out in the universe. And you look from the outside, it seems like it could be this like spinning, mothership.
It is wild to drive by when they're in town.
Oh,
in
interesting.
The parking lot.
Well, I mean, I would think that that's a selling point, that you have a facility that, a worldwide group talks about, but I feel like it's not something that many people want to talk about, I guess, because of the drugs. I don't know. Like it just, you think that you would want to get behind something like that.
I will say, man, I mean, Phish food, ice cream is hands down the best ice cream in existence.
Oh, that's based off of them. I just put those two together. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I never realized that.
I think the backstory, each of them picked their favorite topping or mix in or whatever you want to call it into ice cream, and that's how Phish food was formed, I believe.
Oh, if we had Gavin, we would know.
That's some of the background of the things. I guess there's more, but I ended up basically, I had a daughter recently. And that caused, I'm in South Philadelphia, so that caused me to move my office from my second bedroom into my basement. And, shelving, the way you make space in South Philadelphia is to build up. So, shelves are key to optimizing space in a Philly row home.
Well, it's interesting because if you look at Tim's, for example, right, like his is metals. He runs all the time. It's got Tesla and Elon, big things that he are big fans of. Me, I'm just a fan of The Rock. And apparently I love winning awards and being egotistical about printing out articles of myself that have been there over the years. But it's cool to look at different backgrounds of people and see kind of what about them. Oh, and the Zack sign, Tim's daughter did that.
Nice.
Shout out.
So
That's
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool to represent yourself in kind of that fun kind of way.
Yeah,
cool. That's the first time anyone's ever asked about any of the things sitting behind me.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully there's a lot of first questions today.
Yeah. And I do have Kurt Cobain right there. Just as a
nice
little tribute to Kurt, and just I mean, there's this music,
socially distanced coffee shop, or your fancy all bricked out corner office, wondering why no one can see your business and sales are all over the place? Sounds like you need a pro. That's why I developed the Anomaly Academy. Insert clever copy here. Oh, I guess I was supposed to put something else there. Oops. You can grab access to the Anomaly Academy now at ZachMillerSays.com/Anomaly Academy.